Hello there you guys, welcome to another one of my live videos, and today I'm going to be officially updating you on some more breaking news. More things have currently updated since my last video, and you can see by my headline, Arsenal are in turmoil and they are now in big trouble. We know Arsenal have not got Champions League football for the first time in 2 decades. They are in the Europa League, but now they have got Lacazette, and I think they've got someone else as well, but now initially 3 of 4 players could leave Arsenal before this current window currently ends, and significantly, I don't think Arsenal are going to get any more signings the way it is going. You know, with them a lot. I can understand the frustration of the supporters and everything in this situation, but you know, you've got Ozil that's coming to end of his contract. So you've got Sanchez there that's coming to end of his contract. These are refusing to sign new deals. You've got Ozil there, and currently Mustafi as well, and I'm going to break you with some latest news now about Mustafi from Arsenal, the player that risen up the ranks with Hamburg, the player that's been at Everton before for a couple of years. He went to Sampdoria for a couple of years, and then he signed a 5-year deal with Valencia. The current player, he was there a couple of years, and then Arsenal had purchased him last summer for £34 million. What?
You put that letter in your drawer? It's there. Yeah, put it in your drawer. You ought to stop smoking like that in here as well.
Look, go.
You need your window open, man. You're talking.
So eating at a minute. But Mustafi, Arsenal had signed him last summer for £34 million for Valencia, so he has only been at Arsenal a season as a Mustafi. But Mustafi, I think he's determined that he does want to make the move. Arsene Wenger has not said much about regarding the current player's future. Mustafi, he has won with Germany the Confederations Cup and the World Cup with Germany as well, but he's only been at Arsenal a season. He's not really said out Wenger regarding Mustafi, so that's another player that clues. But apparently, reports are stemming from Italy that Inter Milan have come to an agreement for the player. Inter Milan have come to an agreement stemming from Italy, and also Di Marzio has also confirmed this as well, the current respected and very reliable Italian journalist when it comes to Italian reports, and he's even said it has come to an agreement. I think Inter Milan may be keen on getting the player on a loan deal. I'm not quite sure, but that's another player Arsenal could lose. I think they've lost Gabriel as well, haven't they? Something like that. Or they've lost. I think they've lost 1 or 2 players of Arsenal already. But regarding Oxlade-Chamberlain, yes, as I did say, Arsenal had discussions about signing a new deal. Arsenal offered him £180,000 a week, and this has been significantly turned down by Oxlade-Chamberlain. Initially, he was demanding an increase from £65 to £125,000, but Arsenal offered him £180,000 a week, and he has currently turned this down. The player that Arsenal bought for £15 million Southampton, I think he's been there 3 or 4 years. Chelsea have been in discussions over the player. They've had a £25 million bid rejected for the player. They've come in with a £35 million bid as well of Chelsea, but Arsene Wenger has confirmed publicly that Oxlade-Chamberlain will not be sanctioned off from the current club. But I think apparently now his teammates have emerged that Liverpool could be emerged as the front runners to get Oxlade-Chamberlain on the board, because we know they've been linked to him as well. Arsene Wenger classifies him an important figure, very talented, experienced player. He has been operating as a wing back for Arsenal as Chamberlain, but people say if he goes to Liverpool, he'd be in that attacking role where he plays better, you know. And people say he may fit into the Liverpool agenda more than he would at the current Chelsea agenda, and he's coming to an end of his contract, and he's refusing to sign a new deal. You've got Sanchez there, who's refusing to sign a new deal as well. With the Sanchez situation, I don't think City are meeting the valuation of the £50 million. Arsenal offered him £300,000 a week. Sanchez has turned this down because he wants £400,000 a week from the club. Pep Guardiola is still keen. He spent big this summer. He's still keen on reunited with Sanchez. He hasn't really said much in regard to the player. He doesn't really talk about other players from other teams, as he said regarding Evans, who also City after another City on a centre back, and he hasn't really said much about Sanchez. But City haven't put a bid out just as yet. But I think if City were prepared to put a 60-70 million pound, that maybe would then persuade Arsenal to offload the player and cash in, then rather than let these players go that come to end their contracts, then rather than let them go on a free transfer next summer. Chamberlain, I think, is going to be dismissed for their game tomorrow against Liverpool. I think Sanchez could be named in there as well. He's set to be joining Chile next week, is Alexis Sanchez. He's won 3 FA Cups in 4 years. He's been with Arsenal as Sanchez. He's approached Paris quite a few times, who are investing a lot of money in his transfer window as well. We know Munich have been in for Alexis Sanchez. We know a lot of teams have been interested in the player who had 24 goals in the Premier League last season, I think it was, for Arsenal. But you know, they're in turmoil. With the Lemar situation that has now come to a conclusion of their pursuit of Lemar. They've had discussions with Monaco. They've had 2 bids rejected for the player, and that has come to conclusion. So significantly, Arsenal could lose another 2 or 3 players at least before this current window ends. And you know, the Lemar conclusion of Arsenal pursuing it could be something to do with Mbappe joining PSG. And you know, basically in one transfer window, Monaco have basically lost nearly all of their players in basically one transfer window. They have raised a lot of money for this, but always going to be hard to find them individual replacements, as I said. But yeah, with the Mustafi situation, Inter Milan apparently have come to an agreement for the player. They're keen on getting him on a loan deal. Di Marsio's confirmed this. It's stemming from Italy, that an agreement. There has been an agreement, but Arsene has not really said much regarding the current player's future. I presume he may want to keep him because he's only been at Arsenal for a season as Mustafi. He was very, very promising in the early stage of the season. Come a bit of a flop to the latter stages of the season, did Mustafi for Arsenal, so they could still possibly lose him as well. They may be looking to recruit these funds. And we know Arsenal have been in discussions over Virgil van Dijk. Apparently Arsenal had approached Van Dijk and his representatives over the potential move. They have had discussions over this. We know Liverpool could still get 2 players. They could get Chamberlain and Van Dijk. Liverpool could still get Van Dijk. Chelsea being there for the player. That Southampton bought £12 million from Celtic. Southampton will benefit from this. He's got a 5-year contract with the club. He did put a transfer request out a couple of weeks ago now, I think it was. He has been training separately and he's clarified that he does want to make the move, but Southampton are reluctant and resisted, and they basically classified it that the current player is not currently for sale, is Virgil van Dijk. Liverpool also ended the interest in June because classified it as an illegal poach, but apologies had been made over that situation, guys. Apologies have been made over that. But Arsenal apparently have been in talks for Virgil van Dijk. Rate him as a 60-70 million pound player, Virgil van Dijk. And we all know Chelsea are still looking to get another 2. We know Liverpool still need a number 9. They need someone at the back with Lovren as well. They've got Salah in the mix. Arsenal need a lot of quality and strength and depth in their squad as well. So we'll see what happens with that. What else? But as I said, Arsene Wenger still stuff firm. He's been ruthless and he's standing firm regarding Sanchez, regarding Ozil, and regarding Chamberlain. He's basically said none of them players will be sanctioned off, but he hasn't really said much about Mustafi for Arsenal. Initially, Arsenal won't get another signing probably, and they could see 4 players go, and I think Gabriel's already left, so that's 5 or 6, is it? They're having good trouble, I'm going to be honest with you guys. They are in deep trouble, Arsenal, guys. I'm going to quite honest with you. I'm going to update you on the latest news about Philippe Coutinho. Obviously, we know Coutinho's situation. Apparently now he doesn't want to be part of the Champions League squad. He's due to be travelling out to Brazil as well for an international duty. Is Philippe Coutinho. We know there has been discussions going on. We know Barcelona confirmed the signing of Ousmane Dembele yesterday, but he still hasn't had his medical yet, but I presume that will happen. Dembele is a very good signing for them. He's become the second most expensive young teenager. I think it's a fee that's been agreed of 97 million and plus 41 or 42 million pound on add-ons as well. His release cost set to be 400 million, and he has signed a 5-year contract with the club as Ousmane Dembele. He's going to score goals. He's still young. He's going to gain more experience. You know, playing him on literally better players. You know, he's gone to one of the best teams in the world as well as Ousmane Dembele, but they have confirmed the signing of him, and they're still looking to blue the platform, and they still haven't lost their interest in Philippe Coutinho. As we know, Coutinho's agent's been in discussions with Barca. Barca have had discussions with Liverpool over this. A 72 and 89 and 114 million bid has been rejected. They are planning now to put 138 million bid in to try and tempt Liverpool, but we know the player's still injured. The ex-Inter Milan player, I think he's still wants to leave the club, does Philippe Coutinho, and he's notified the club director about this. He's notified Klopp about this, and he's not being satisfied the way negotiations have been going on. But Coutinho, who's been at Liverpool 4 years, one of the most creative players in world football. He is on a 5-year contract with the club. The Barcelona director was convinced that Barcelona could still get a deal finalised for the player. We know Barcelona have signed Dembele now. They've got Nelson Semedo, Deulofeu and Politano in there, but they're still looking to add more ranks into their team. Messi's still yet to sign an extension there. I think Iniesta's still yet to sign an extension there. I think Luis Suarez may be still injured as well, but Coutinho, I think Adam Lallana's still injured at Liverpool. Daniel Stewart's still injured at Liverpool, so they would benefit from it. But Liverpool with Coutinho, they know he's an essential player. They've made it clear the Liverpool board. They handed a transfer request in a couple of weeks ago, and the Liverpool board have made it clear that they are not willing to accept any bids whatsoever for Philippe Coutinho. So could this fourth bid test Liverpool out? Could it soften their stance? I don't really know, but they still need a number 9. They still need someone at the back at least to Liverpool if they are going to be competitors this season. But I think Coutinho does want to leave. There has been discussions going on, as I said. He feels unhappy, does Philippe Coutinho, but he's set to be going to Brazil. Is Philippe Coutinho. But yeah, as I did say regarding Lionel Messi, I think the City director has come out and he's confirmed that now he feels as though it's impossible, like he has no intentions of leaving or departing Barcelona. You know, considering he hasn't signed an extension yet, as I said. I think City have dispelled the myth, really. I think they're not, you know, it did come out that City were looking to activate his 275 million release clause. We know City officials had approached his representatives over a potential move. We know the father then being discussions with City of Messi's to maybe go for him next summer. And they'd had discussions last summer, but this is what basically said. And Raiola, who represents Zlatan, Pogba, Mkhitaryan and all that, Lukaku, had said he wants Messi to leave, you know, to experience a new rate, to experience a new facility, go to the Premier League and see how he participates in the Premier League, you know, the world's best footballer. But because he's been basically at Barcelona all his life, he's been there 13 years, and what he's achieved has been absolutely phenomenal as Lionel Messi. I don't think City will potentially get the player. I do think he will end up staying. I do think he will stay at Barcelona. He agreed a 4-year deal last month, but he is still yet to sign that extension as a line on Messi. So I don't see City getting a deal over the line for him before this transfer window ends. They may possibly go for him next summer, but I think Messi has just been waiting to see who Barcelona can get him as a replacement for Neymar. So I don't really see that happening. Chelsea's latest news, I'm going to update you. Obviously, we know they're still interested in Chamberlain. With the Ozil, with the Ross Barkley situation, they are planning to have discussions with Everton about getting a deal of in the region of £30 million for Ross Barkley. We know he's got an hamstring injury, could be out for a while, but I think Everton would rather cash in on him now than maybe him become free in January. But his injury could be a concern for these teams that have approached the player. But Ronald Koeman had confirmed he's no longer under the club plans. He's not going to be signing a new deal with Everton because he's come to an end of his current contract as Ross Barkley. The valuation apparently had been reduced because Everton hadn't been satisfied the way the teams had been approaching Ross Barkley. It created a lot more opportunities than the majority of the players last season as well did Ross Barkley, but Everton have spent big in this transfer window so far. They've got Sigurdsson now there, they've got Rooney who's on form, so I think Everton may be consistent this season, but Tottenham is still interested in Ross Barkley, as I said, but the wage structure could be a problem for Tottenham. They could not probably meet what Chelsea could offer him, £100,000 a week. Tottenham may not be able to offer him £100,000 a week, Ross Barkley, if I'm going to be quite honest with you guys. But yeah, there's the transfer window now is coming to a conclusion, but I think, as I said, Arsenal are in deep trouble, guys, and that's what you've got to be all aware of. Mustafi could be going, Sanchez could still possibly go, but I think Arsenal would rather cash on him now if City are prepared to offer 60-70 million pounds. Chamberlain could still go. I think the player does want to leave anywhere, so Arsenal could still lose at least another 2 or 3 players, so it is possible. So tell me what you think to this, guys. All you Arsenal fans, what do you think to this situation? Put your comments, like, below on the channel, subscribe as always. Take it easy. I'll see you later. Bye.